Welcome. Thank you for joining me. My name is Alex. Make sure you subscribe so we can start your daily yoga practice today. I am here with a full body stretch. We're going to focus on the arms and the abs so we can build some strength, some stability. Let's start out in a child's pose. Big toes together, knees apart. Walk your hands out and away from you. On an exhale, bring the forehead down. Bring your awareness to the present moment, to the breath. Arrive. Walk your hands in just enough to thread the right arm underneath the left. Make a fist with the left hand and rest the forehead there. You should feel this across the right shoulder. Relax your expression. You're still probably reeling your thoughts in. Allow that to be a gradual process. It's nothing strict. And switch sides. Press into the left hand. Walk the right arm forward. You're going to thread the left arm underneath, palm up, and bring the forehead down on the right hand. Smooth out each breath. And release. Press up to a tabletop. Tuck the toes and let's move the body in circles, finding some organic movement. Moving forward, left, back, and around. Feel the weight redistribute between the hands. Just organic movement, whatever sounds nice right now. And then tabletop. Take your hands and dial them out 90 degrees. We're going to do one cat-cow. Be just aware of the weight in the hands. Let's inhale, arch the back, look straight ahead. Round, exhale, press the hands down. Neutral. Let's sit back on our heels, tuck the toes, bring the pinky edge out, and let's draw some circles with the wrist. Just pick a direction, go in the same direction, opposite direction. Your hands are in fists. Let's switch directions. And then open and close the hands quickly. Shake them out. One more thing, let's press the palm away as you bring the fingers back towards you to stretch into the forearms. And switch sides. And release. Let's come back to a tabletop. Tap out the feet, roll the ankles. And then sit back just on your heels. We're going to place the top of the hands down. So some people can do this from tabletop. That's kind of a lot for me. So I'm just going to go right here and rock a little bit back and forth on top of the hands. You can try to open and close the wrist or the hands. And then shake it out. Tabletop. Tuck the toes, hover the knees. Just 2 inches. Shift the weight forward 2 inches. Lower the knees, tabletop. Sit back, bring your feet out around in front of you. Soles of the feet together, knees apart. Hold on to the outside edges of the feet, shoulders are down, and fold forward over butterfly legs. Soles of the feet together, knees apart. Hold on to the outside edges of the feet, shoulders are down, and fold forward over butterfly legs. Sit up, reverse tabletop. Hands are behind you, feet are on the mat, hip width. Press and lift up. Release, sit down. Extend your legs out in front of you. You can keep the knees soft. Let's actually move them a little bit, just starting to get into the hamstrings. And then reach your arms overhead. You can keep the knees bent. My hamstrings take a while to warm up. Yours might also. If you're already stretched out, that's fine. Fold forward. And then reach your arms overhead. You can keep the knees bent. My hamstrings take a while to warm up. Yours might also. If you're already stretched out. Sit up. Cross your feet at the ankles, tabletop. And downward facing dog. Bend one knee at a time as you press the opposite heel down. Stretching out the calves. Notice how the wrists and the hands feel after that warm up. We do a lot of downward dogs. You've got to find what's different about each one every day. It's all about being present and aware. Press the heels down, press the hands away from you. Walk to the top of the mat and relax over both legs. Soften the knees so the entire upper body can release. Press to stand. Bring the palms to touch. Draw in the core, lengthen the tailbone down. Inhale, reach the arms wide and overhead. Look up. Lengthen the side bodies, reach. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, long flat back. And from here, hands down, step back to plank. A little bit of a puff up through the shoulder blades. Squeeze the legs, pull in the core. And from here, hands down, step back to plank. Option to lower your knees to the mat. Let's do a chaturanga push-up. Elbows in close, halfway down, and lift. Chaturanga into upward facing dog. Shoulders press down and away from you. Tops of the feet are down. Open up the front of the body. Pull the chest through. Someday the knees lift. Breathe. Press back. Downward facing dog. Find stillness. Strengthen the body-mind connection. Bend the knees. Look between the hands. Step to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, lengthening the entire back body. Press to stand. Inhale, sweep the arms wide, interlace the fingers, index fingers out, palms together, press a button on the ceiling, 4 breaths. Reach straight up. Reach a little bit higher. Stand normally and fold forward. Halfway lift, lengthen the spine. And from here, hands down, plank. Another double chaturanga, knees up or down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale back, downward facing. Breathe. Feel the back of the legs, relax the head and the neck. Open up under the triceps. Exhale back, downward facing. Lower your knees to the mat. Sit back, bring your legs out and around in front of you. This time extend the right leg forward. The sole of the left foot is on the inside of the right thigh. Sit up tall and lengthen out over the right leg. Sole of the foot faces away from you. Lengthen out the breath. And the knee can be bent. That's okay. Sit up. Let's do a reverse tabletop between sides. Press and lift. And sit down. Left leg out, sole the right foot inside the left thigh. Sit up tall and lengthen out, stretching the left leg. And sit down. Left leg out, sole the right foot inside the left thigh. Sit up tall and lengthen, stretching the left leg. Sit up. Reverse tabletop. Press down, lift up. Sit down. Find staff pose. Extend your legs out in front of you. You're going to place your hands by your side, and this might be a lot, even just sitting up straight. So soften the knees if you need to. We're trying to be a right angle, and we're going to use the hands to press down without lifting the seat. So we're lengthening the spine using our arms. Staff pose. Flex the feet. Ground down through the legs. So we're lightening the spine using our arms. Staff pose. Release the arms, but keep that lift in the torso. Reach your arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Seated, forward, fold. Release the arms. Keep that lift in the torso. Reach your arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Seated. Sit up. Cross your feet at the ankles, tabletop. And we're back to downward dog. Look between the hands, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And we're back to downward dog. Exhale, fold forward. Separate the feet about hip width or 2 fist width distance. You're going to take the first two fingers of each hand and hold on to the big toes. Relax shoulders. If you need to bend the knees to get closer to the feet, that's okay. You're going to start to pull on your toes as you lift the tailbone up and toward the top of the mat, using arm strength again to lengthen the back of the body. Shoulders away from the ears. Breathe. Pull a little bit more. and release. Place your hands on the mat in front of you. Step your feet about mat width distance, heels in, toes out. Sit down in Malasana, garland pose, or squat. Bring the palms to touch. If the heels are up, you can lean forward a little bit. You can place a mat or a towel underneath the heels to bring the floor closer. Shoulders down, seal the palms. Bring the palms to touch. If the heels are up, you can lean forward a little bit. You can place a mat or a towel underneath the heels to bring the floor closer. Shoulders down, seal the palms. Place your hands on the mat. Fold forward. Bring the feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lengthen. Deep forward fold. Place your hands on the mat. Fold forward. Soften the knees and round up to standing. Inhale, halfway lift. Inhale, sweep the arms wide and overhead. Reach up for 4 breaths. Or find your back bend. Soften the knees and round up to standing. Inhale, sweep the arms wide and overhead. Reach up for. Release, fold forward. Find your back bend. Halfway lift. Inhale. And from here, hands down, plank. Release, fold forward. Lift the right leg off of the mat. Plank pose and switch. Release. Plank pose still. Chaturanga. Push-ups. 2, and then upward facing dog. I don't like how I described that. We're vinyasa, going back to downward facing dog. Stand on the left foot, lift the right leg back and up. Let the hip open. Squeeze the right leg strong. Press down through the right hand to level the shoulders. Nose to knee, move into a plank pose. Round the spine. Inhale, reach the right leg back and up. Shift the weight forward, bring the right knee to the right elbow. Right forearm, shift the weight forward so much. Once more, back up. Actually, 2 more times. And touch the left knee. Right leg back and up. Downward facing dog. Lift onto the toes, tuck the chin and ripple through. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Nose to knee. Or knee to nose. Left leg back and up. Bring the left knee to the left elbow. And reach. Cross the knee to the right elbow. And left leg back and up. Downward facing dog. Tabletop. 1 round of cat-cow. Inhale, press the tops of the feet down, arch. And round, exhale, scoop the tailbone. Neutral. Tuck the toes, sit back on the heels again. Eagle arms, right arm under, left arm over. This is too much, you can just hug. We're gonna go up and down. This is to stretch the shoulders. You can let the upper back release. And reach your arms overhead to switch sides. Left arm under, right arm over. It's one of my favorites, just feels good. And release arms overhead, roll out the wrists. And tabletop, tap out the feet. Downward dog. Lower your knees to the mat. Bring your feet out around in front of you. And actually, we're going to sit cross-legged. So you want the left foot closer to you. Right foot is in front. Sit up tall and walk forward. Keep the sit bones down. You're reaching the arms out and away from you. And you want to press up onto fingertips if you can. If you're just leaning forward and that's enough, that's okay too. But press down through the fingertips to keep the sit bones back, and it stretches into the shoulders as well. Walk your hands back in and switch the cross of your legs. Lengthen up and walk forward. Building little hand and finger muscles so we can always be texting. Just kidding. Hands walk back in. Reverse tabletop. Press and lift. And sit down. Lie down on your back. Take a moment to feel the upper back, absorbing the pressure or the stress that the lower body was doing all by itself. Bend the left knee, sole of the foot is flat. Reach the right arm out and away from you, palm down. Left hand behind the head. Bring the left elbow to the right knee for a crunch and extend. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Move with intention. 4. We're not just flailing. 3, 2, and 1. Lengthen the leg and switch sides. Get yourself set up. Right hand behind the head, left leg extend. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Extend the arms, extend the legs, stretch out the stomach. 8, 9, and sole of the left foot is on the mat. Right arm is extended, left hand behind the head again. This time, we're going to keep the right leg straight as we crunch across. If the knee bent is easier, go ahead. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch sides. Left leg extends. Cross over with the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yay, we did that. Reach, extend, and sit up. Knees are bent, soles of the feet are on the mat. Place your hands behind you like we're going to go into a reverse tabletop. Actually, let's just do that too because it feels good. Press and lift. And lower down. Extend your legs out in front of you, sit up. And fold forward just for a long exhale. And sit up. So now place the soles of the feet on the mat. Hands are behind you. Gonna straighten the right leg, kick the right leg out. You can lean back if you need to. And lower the right leg down. Extend the left leg. Keep the spine long. And lower. Let's do once more to each side. Keep the knees next to each other. And left. Release. Soles of the feet together, knees apart. Hold the outside edges of the feet. Sit up and fold forward over butterfly legs. Sit up, reverse tabletop. And sit down, keep the knees bent. Straighten the right leg. And lower. Straighten the left leg. And lower. Straighten both legs. If you need to keep the knees bent, that's okay. Start with the hands behind you. When the balance is there, you're going to reach the arms forward, palms up. So let's all go to bent legs. Straighten the right leg. And bend the knee. Straighten the left leg. And lower. Once more. To each side. And then hold. Just a few seconds. Good job. Release tabletop, downward facing dog. Upward dog, ripple through. Downward facing. Stand on the left foot, lift the right leg back and up, let the hip open, press the right leg strong. Pigeon, right side. Only here for 5 to 7 breaths, not too long. Lengthen out over the right leg. Only here for 5 to 7 breaths, not too long. Lengthen out over the right leg. Release out into downward dog. Lift the right leg back and up for the reach. 2 feet. Upward facing, ripple through. Downward dog, lift the left leg. Pigeon left side. Modify as needed. Lengthen out over the left leg. Keep your thoughts kind. Relax your expression. Keep the breath smooth. If you're new here, subscribe. I do this like every day. And I also pre-record stuff, and there's animals sometimes. Smooth out the breath just a little bit longer. And release back to a 3-legged dog with the left leg lifted. Two feet. Upward facing. Press back to a child's pose. Take a moment to reconnect to the present moment. Remember being here just a little while ago. You've shifted your energy. You've brought oxygen to the muscles, which detoxifies. Exhale everything you don't need in your body, mentally, physically. Sit up. Staff pose. Extend your feet out in front of you. A little bit more strength in the upper body. Press down, lengthen up. Find peace in your mind. Find strength in your stability. Release the hands. Float the arms up. Spine is lifted and lengthening. Exhale, fold over the legs. Release the hands. Float the arms up. Spine lifted and lengthening. Exhale. And sit up. I'm going to do log pose. Some people call it. So we're going to, I want to show it. I'll face you. So we're going to have the left leg out in front of us, 90-90. That's what this is called. Cross the left foot over, the right foot over the left knee. And as you can see, my knee is sticking straight up. You want to make sure you keep the left heel away from the sit bone. We're not just sitting cross-legged. And then you're going to start to sit up and assist as you open the right hip. Sometimes you can put a block underneath your hands if you'd like. We're here for a few breaths. Just do your best. Notice if you started to tense up your jaw. I just did. The hips and the jaw are energetically linked. I've been learning. And then I share that with you. This is helping us get toward lotus and just more open hips, less stress, and release. Let's reverse tabletop to reset. And staff pose, sit up tall, use arm strength. Scan the body right to left. What do you feel in the right leg compared to the left? If this feels like it's not really doing anything, you can also go up onto fists. That'll give you some more reach. Release, lengthen the arms overhead and fold forward. All right, let's do the other side. So we're going to cross, we'll place the right leg down first, and then you're going to cross the left ankle over the right knee. I'll show again. My foot's kind of far over. This would be too far. You don't want to be just right here on the edge because that's not enough. Got to find just that place right there on the ankle where the foot is over the knee. You're trying to create 90-degree angles. One side should feel different. Is it this one? Well, I mean, they feel different. One side might feel tighter. Work the left knee away from you as you try to sit up and eventually fold forward. Release any tension that may have snuck in there. Release any tension that may have snuck in there. Couple more breaths. Can you go a little bit deeper? Smooth out the breath, especially the exhale. Couple more breaths. Can you go a little bit deeper? Smooth out the breath, especially the exhale. Oh, okay. Release. Reverse tabletop. Staff pose. Reverse tabletop. Hey, Barry. Oh, he knows how to stay out of the camera frame. Staff pose. Sit up, reach your arms above your head, and fold forward. Sit up, reach your arms above your head, and fold forward. Sit up and lie back. Place your arms out to the sides, bend the knees, feet are flat. Press down through your feet, pick your hips up, scoot them to the right 2 inches, and then lift the legs, guide them to the left for a twist. Try to keep the right shoulder blade down. Breathe so that you feel the stretch in the torso, the rib cage. And release. Full body stretch between sides. And knees are bent, feet flat, arms side to side. Pick your legs up and your hips up and scoot them to the left. Lift the legs just about hip height and then twist to the right. And knees bent, feet flat, arms side to side. Pick your legs up and your hips up and scoot them to the left. Lift the legs just about hip height and then twist to the right. And come back to center. Bring the knees into the chest, nose to knees. Set your head and neck back. Lengthen out. Shavasana. Soften the shoulders, palms up a comfortable distance from the body. Feet about hip width, mat width. Let the feet flop out. And close the eyes. I will be in touch. Soften the shoulders, palms up a comfortable distance from the body. Feet about hip width, mat width. Let the feet flop out. And close the eyes. I will be in touch. Keep the body still. Take a really deep breath. Finish and exhale, and then fill up all the way. Hold at the top. Exhale. Near the end of the breath, blink the eyes open. Feel the light. And bring with you some peace, presence that you felt at any time during our time. Bring that with you as you emerge and come back. Sit up tall, sit comfortably. Just be. Reach the left arm up and over, side body stretch. And switch. Reach the left arm up and over, side body stretch. Both arms overhead. Float the arms down, twist to the right. Right hand behind you, left hand to the right knee. Release through center, arms overhead. And twist to the left. Right hand behind you, left hand to the right knee. And back through center for a closing breath. Inhale, arms reach wide and overhead. Exhale, float the hands down. I'm so grateful for your presence. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you enjoyed this, please let me know with a like, a comment, and a subscribe. Tell a friend, all that stuff. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste.